there, this is Julie, and welcome to my book talk. I am here to talk about one of the books I have read in the past semester. So, this book is quite different from what I'm used to reading, as in it's just a regular book. The Martian by Andy Weir is actually one of the few books I have read after watching the movie adaptation. And yes, I don't usually do that. Anyway, let's talk a little bit more about the author. Andy Weir is an American novelist whose mother is an electrical engineer and his father a physicist. He also worked as a software engineer and is a huge space nerd when he was younger. The man spent his childhood reading science and space novels, which, as you can see, have influenced his work a lot. The Martian is his first ever novel. Just from reading the title, you can see it is a science/space fiction. It is including some of the comedy and adventure along the way. The book talks about an astronaut in botany named Mark Watney. He was assigned to go on a trip to Mars, but then it went real bad when a sandstorm disrupted their mission. While the crew was evacuating, Mark got hit by an antenna, unfortunately, and the crew thought he was dead, and they left. And before you know it, Mark is stranded on Mars and he is forced to survive with very limited supplies and his brain. This whole book circles around how Mark survived his way out of Mars, and the humor of the character really make the story appear more interesting than you thought it would be. Mark Watney is, of course, my favorite character. The reason for this is his humor. It is everything, and I really like his positive energy. Considering he is stranded on Mars alone. Mark is very smart, and he doesn't know how to give up, which is one quality that we should look up to. I really like this book because it is a very funny book. And science, space, humor, comedy, a lot of jokes, that's just my type of book. And considering it is a scientific novel, it is very informative. However, this book has some weaknesses too. Because it is a space novel, after all, you have a lot of complicated vocabulary and specialized words. Those NASA, space, MAV words and stuff. So, if you want to fully understand what the character is doing, you might have to do some quick search on Google along the way. One of my favorite quotes from the book is, "I guess you call it a failure, but I prefer the term learning experience," by Mark Watney. To be honest, this is such a good life lesson because we learn from our mistake. And that is how we grow to become a better person. When you fail at something, you know your flaw, you think about it, you learn how to avoid it, and you try to fix it, like Mark Watney doing in order to survive. Also, this quote is like a ray of positivity, so yes, I love it. I chose this book because I have watched the movie before, and I am eager to see how the book is going to be different. And again, like every person would do, read to compare if it's better than the movie or not. Also, I have to give some credit to Miss Crystal for actually pointing out the book and make me pick it up. Well, sort of. All in all, a 4.5 out of 5 stars rating for the book because I really enjoyed it. A good science, space-related, funny fiction. with a bunch of wacky characteristic, very funny situation, and Mark Watney humor is golden. I really enjoyed this book, and let's talk about the recommendation.